What's up, guys? Our journey starts here in El Paso at the border crossing. We crossed over to Juarez on foot and then took an Uber to the airport and flew straight to Cancun. This is the rental car company picking us up. We checked into our Airbnb and went straight to get some food. We hadn't eaten all day. This was just a spot that was down the street from where we were staying at. A taco place had some pretty good food. The next day, we went to check out a local market, famous in Cancun, which is Mercado 26. And it wasn't our best spot because there were a lot of people hounding us there and none of the stuff was really authentic. But they had some cool art to check out. And we went and got some eat at a restaurant that's located near the Mercado 28.6. We got some pasta. I got Alfredo with shrimp. As you guys can see, I had to put the Parmesan cheese on there, and this was really good. Really great, super cheap. Next stop, we went to the public beach here in Cancun. As you know, because of the amount of resorts, a lot of the beachfront in Cancun is not public. However, this was a public beach for us to go at. So if you're not staying in a resort and you still want to check out the beach in Cancun, please come to this place. You'll find it easily. It's one of the only public beachfronts in Cancun. Now, there was a lot of seaweed and sargassum you guys can see in the shot right there. However, it wasn't as bad to where the beach was shut down. So if you guys planning a trip to Cancun or Tulum or Playa Del Carmen, make sure you guys go when there isn't sargassum season. Sargassum season is just when the amount of seaweed builds up, and you will see in some other places the seaweed will be huge and the beach will be shut down, but it's during certain times of the year. So just make sure you check before you go. The Airbnb we stayed at was not in the hotel zone. So that means that we didn't have access to a public beach like most resorts. However, we did find this place, which was a channel near the hotel zone. It had the perfect clear water, free access, you didn't have to pay, and as well, it was only locals there. You guys can see everyone's partying, having a good time. We were the only non-locals there. It's one of the best places that we swam in the whole trip, I would say. The next day we were planning on going to our first cenote, which we did. But guys, it was kind of a headache getting there because we didn't bring money and we didn't book ahead of time. So just make sure you guys book ahead of time if you are going to go to a cenote if you can. This was a smaller cenote. Actually, he said that it was just opening. It's not popular. So when we got there, we were the first people there. And only a few people showed up throughout the whole time we were there. So just check it out. Look how beautiful it is. This cenote is 15 minutes north of Puerto Morelos and costs 300 pesos, which is about 15 US dollars. The cenote is cash only, as you would expect. However, we didn't expect this and thought they would have card readers like idiots, so we had to drive back to Puerto Morelos to get cash out. So if you're visiting, please bring cash to any cenote that you visit, as they are in the middle of nowhere and they do not have any type of card readers or payments like that. Some of them will let you book it in advance so you can buy with your credit card then, which we also ran into that issue when we were trying to visit some of the cenotes in the other areas. They wanted us to book, like literally like a book the cenote, like a private venue, which was crazy. We were like, dude, we're just trying to swim for a few hours and we thought that we could just show up and pay and get access to the cenote, which they were not. Like, some of them are not like that. So just beware to do your research before you go. Luckily, we found this one. It's a smaller one and it's new, so they were just open to us just coming, paying our $15 or 300 pesos and letting us use it for however long. I guess until it closes, which most of them close pretty early, about 5 p.m. Some of them earlier, some of them later. So just also make sure you check that. And they open usually around 10 to 11-ish.
ready for when you.
So we swam here for about 2 to 3 hours. This is us packing up and get ready to go. Next off, we're gonna go head up to Puerto Morelos and check out what they have there. So here we are in the Malecón of the Puerto Morelos. Small, quiet town. There were some shops and some vendors and stuff like that. We didn't buy anything here, however, they were hounding the heck out of us, as you'd expect in Cancun or just the general area. But this is a pretty quiet town. Definitely a place I wish I would have stayed or had more time in. We just got something to eat here and walked around for a little bit. That's pretty much it. But you can see the beach here is pretty nice. They do have some sargassum, but this is not as bad as I've seen in other pictures. Once again, you can see the piles of it back there. This is minuscule compared to what I've seen, so just make sure you guys, because the sargassum can ruin your trip and beaches will be shut down. So just make sure you guys check that. So after this, we walked around for a little bit. Then we went to go get something to eat at an Indian and Thai restaurant, which is one of our favorite places. It's right there, right as you enter the town. So here it is, the restaurant. Beautiful atmosphere, beautiful paintings, and great food. Didn't have an air conditioner in here, but we sat by the window to get a little breeze and eat some good Indian and Thai food. So I got the Thai yellow curry. She got the butter chicken with basmati rice, our favorite dishes. The food was great, super cheap. I think in total we probably spent no more than $20 US each. And she had a Thai tea, I had a Coca-Cola, and we had some garlic naan. After we finished up our food, we made our way to the Puerto Morelos beach, which is one of the best beaches in all of the Maya Rivera area or Yucatan Peninsula area. Now, if you're coming to the area, please don't skip out on Puerto Morelos because it is a very chill vibe. I wish we would have booked accommodations here and stayed here for a couple of days. However, we didn't know much about Puerto Morelos or know that it would be this chill and this cool. As you can see, everyone's got their bikes and riding and strolling and just enjoying the small town laid back vibe. So next time you come, or if you're coming to the Maya Rivera or Yucatan Peninsula, please don't skip out on Puerto Morelos. It's a very underrated gem of the whole area. They got beautiful, beautiful beaches, beautiful weather, a great breeze, lots of restaurants, lots of things to do and see in the small town, and also some very beautiful houses. And so I'm sure that they have some very beautiful accommodations or just unique places to stay in. As you guys can see here, this is a place that we stumbled upon. That's another place. They had a really cool one coming up here. It's a tree house, it looks like look at that. That's amazing. I would have loved to stay in that. Sheesh. Incredible. And this is just a group of people getting together playing the ukulele. They're literally right across the street from that house. Don't skip out on Puerto Morelos. It's a very underrated gem of the whole Yucatan Peninsula. Today we made it to the famous Suytun Cenote, which is literally the most famous cenote in probably all of the Yucatan Peninsula. It's in Valladolid, which is the same place Chichen Itza is in. They're about an hour apart, so that's why it's very famous. You guys will see here coming up that this is a must see of the Yucatan Peninsula of your trip. So don't skip out on this place. This cenote was about, I think, about like 7 to 14 US dollars. I'll find the price and put it up on the screen here in just a second. This is literally one of the most famous tourist attractions in all of the Yucatan Peninsula. So guys, when you come, make sure you guys come early. The sun not on We make our way to the world famous Chichen Itza, which is the ancient Mayan ruins of the ancient Mayan civilization that ruled here about 2,000 to 3,000 years ago. This site is one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world and attracts thousands of tourists a day. Please bring an umbrella here and wear sunscreen because the sun is beaming very hard and it's very harsh here and you will sweat like a pig. The cost to enter here is about 37 US dollars or somewhere around that ballpark. I'll put the correct price on the screen. I was fascinated to see this place and the cool designs etched into the stone here. Man, I'm sure this place was truly magical and beautiful when it was first built or during its heyday. Another cool aspect about the ancient Mayan Chichen Itza ruins is that they're covered in iguanas, which is so cool. You see tons of them. From here is one at the Sacred Cenote on the Chichen Itza complex. This is where the ancient Mayans actually swam and bathed in and used the cenote for sacred purposes. Wraps up our journey to Chichen Itza as it was closing. The next day, we went to go get massages as we were so sore from walking around and just everything that we were doing this whole trip. This was back in Cancun, and we found just a local masseuse to give us a massage. It cost about $45 each, and man, it was worth it. We felt so relieved afterwards. After that, we made our way down to Playa del Carmen, where we stayed for 4 days, and our whole Airbnb wasn't ready yet, so we decided to get some food at this restaurant here. It was an awesome, amazing place. Look at the faucets and how we washed our hands before we ate. Seafood restaurant, we wanted to try some local, authentic Mexican seafood. So that's what we went and got. As you guys can see here coming up. Beautiful atmosphere, indoor, outdoor style seating. Nice breeze. We ordered a few drinks. These are non-alcoholic lemonades and stuff like that. We tried some ceviche, which we never tried before, and man, was it good. We tried this avocado and shrimp with some sauce over the top. Spectacular. We got our own fresh fried fish with garlic, and this was the highlight of the whole meal right here. And this thing was big. It only cost us $20 for that, and about like no more than $5 for each of the side dishes that we also got. You can see here, look how flaky and beautiful that is, and man, it was amazing. Sprinkle some lime on it. The garlic and lime together is top tier. You can see I'm really enjoying it. They offer us free tequila shots at the end. So this is a restaurant you gotta check out. By that time, our Airbnb is ready and we go check in. And this is where we stayed at for 4 days in Playa del Carmen. Nice little outdoor patio area that we enjoyed. Some high walls, so it was very secure. Had a pool on the roof, which we didn't get to use. But this place was about no more than $200 for the 4 nights. After that, we went and walked the main strip, which is the 5th Avenue in Playa del Carmen. There were lots of clubs, so if you guys are looking to club, you definitely will have some time and places to do that. We did not do that. However, we just walked around. As much things were closing by this time. The next day, we made our way to Cenote Azul, which is close to Playa del Carmen. And this was another famous cenote. This one had a lot of people, but it was pretty big. Looks more like a lake, but it is a cenote. Place to dive, place to jump off. As you know, I had to dive off, as you could see. Tons of iguanas here, which I always have to film because they're really cool. And here's me diving off. You know, I had to go above and beyond. I had to climb up the tree, not just jump off the ledge, you know. You know me, gotta do big or go home, boy. This cenote is 400 pesos a person, which is $20, 20 US dollars. Well worth it. It was very hot this day, very humid this day, so a good place to cool off. They had this little stream in the back, or I don't know how to explain it, but it was awesome. You can snorkel through it, and it was just like literally right at the very end, and it wrapped all the way around the edge of the cenote. And this was a small part in the back where it's a small little pond. Much more chill vibes over here on this side. Like I said, tons of iguanas here. Like, look at this one. Like, that's beautiful. Look at those. That's a creature. That's like a dinosaur, you know? Yeah, this was a Sunday, so it was pretty packed, as most of Mexican local families, they go to cenotes on Sundays. So you do want to avoid a bigger crowd, then don't go on a Sunday. But it was chill vibes. This place was big enough for everyone to kind of have their own space, so I didn't mind. We stayed here for about 3-ish hours. After that, we wrapped up, headed back into town, and went for something to eat. As you guys can see, we gotta get the Thai food, which is our favorite food. This place was super cheap. We started out with some chicken skewers, some Thai teas, and we got Thai shrimp fried rice. This was $7. The Sultan was probably no more than 5. In total, we probably spent about no more than $25 to $30 for each of us. After that, we were walking through Playa del Carmen, trying to get back to our Airbnb actually because we were tired and wanted to take a nap and just chill out for the rest of the day. However, the streets were blocked off and we were wondering what was going on nearby when we were trying to drive out of the city center and stumbled upon this and we were wondering what was going on. They told us it was a free concert for a Mexican artist named Gloria A. Trey. So we were like, fuck it, let's just stay around and see what's going on, you know, see it's a free concert, why not? Man, we were standing here for like 2 to 3 hours and our feet were so sore. We couldn't stand here any longer and it wasn't crowded when we first got there. But man, it got crowded and the people were packing in so close that we just decided to leave. And as soon as we left, she went on stage. We were kind of angry about that, but it's whatever. You know, still got to see it from far back. And we were in a restaurant actually at this point, just taking a breather and getting up something to eat, you know, for the night. There were tons of food and vendors here and cool things to buy. Just cool things about traveling, man. You just run into cool stuff and, you know, you have to block the street out like this. Whoever this artist is, she was pretty big. Tons of people showed up and they were on it trying to see her and, you know, doing anything that they could. So, like, we were standing in the back and, like, we were much taller than everyone. And they were, like, squeezing their way up to the front just to try to get around us because we were much taller than them. We didn't really care that much. So we were just like, go ahead, you know. So yeah, next day we made it to Tulum. First thing we would go to check out is the Tulum ruins, right on the beach. However, the beach was closed because of the sargassum here. They hadn't cleaned it up yet, so I was kind of bummed about that. But when you go, like I said, check on the sargassum situation because it can ruin a lot of things if there are. But however, we weren't too angry about it. We still checked out the site and seen the Castillo, which is the most famous site here. You guys arrive here, beware, there's going to be tons of people trying to sell you different tours and trying to tell you to stop as you're entering the parking lot. Don't listen to them. Keep going, like literally ignore them. Drive into the parking lot, park. It only costs $5 to park there. There are going to be all these people trying to tell you that they're official guys and official people here. They're not. Drive into the parking lot, you park, pay your $5. That's it. You don't have to buy any of the other tours that they got. You can if you like. But however, there just beware. There's tons of people here trying to sell you all kind of things, and they're gonna seem like they're official people, but they're not. So just beware of that. So leaving the ruin site, we made it to the Tulum beach, which is about 15-minute walk from the ruins, and this is a cool beach, very white sand. We didn't stay here for long, and instead made our way to a cenote here in Tulum. This one is one of my favorite cenotes. It has a swing, multiple holes to jump in through. So this is the main hole that you get into the cenote in, and you can see the swing there. It also has two other smaller holes that you can dive into. This one's about 15 US dollars, so about 300 pesos. So right in line with the other ones, and it was well worth it. After that, we made our way into Tulum Beach, which is the famous place you see on Instagram. We didn't have a lot of time here, and also the camera died, so I didn't get much footage. However, we did get something to eat here and visit the famous statue that you gotta visit when you're in Tulum. This one was $5 per person. We visited at night, just because that's what time we got there, and it was really worth it. No one was there. We got to take pictures 3 or 4 times because there is a line here. So I don't think, usually probably if you come during the middle of the day there will be a long line, but you can visit any time of the day, and then you can get as many pictures if you want if you are visiting that. And that wraps up our trip to Tulum, Cancun, Playa del Carmen. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and peace out. See you guys in the next one.